Aqua gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message from our beautiful Aquarian souls. What's up, y'all? I hope you're doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. We gotta cleanse this thing, honey, okay? It feel real muddy, okay? It feel real mucky. It feel real, I don't know what's going on with this energy, huh? No, Holy Angels and Spirit guys, please come through. Clear it out. Clean up on aisle 4. No, just kidding. Okay. Give us exactly what we need to know. Okay, in regards to my beautiful Aquarian souls, this is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, guys. The messages, in fact, are general. Y'all know how it goes, okay? Don't force anything to fit. Take what resonates with you. Leave the rest. Cross watchers, you're also welcome here. So place yourself where you belong in the storylines, and we move. Before we move forward, however, please take a moment and click the like button, guys, okay? It helps people find us. I say we on about to 100K, but we're more closer to 75K. So I appreciate you guys. Whoa, okay, alrighty. We got cards coming out already. So click that like button, guys, as well as the subscribe button, okay? Notification bell. You want to be notified when I upload on the channel. Go ahead and become a part of the team. We would love to have you. There's duality in this person, you guys. I feel like you only saw one side of them, and I can't say it was the better side. They wish that they were more careful. 5 of Swords. So this is somebody who's definitely looking at you as a lot stronger than they thought. We have the 8 of Swords. Okay, they feel like you were more calculated than they were. Or I feel as though this person tried to get you attached, but they themselves find that they are more attached than you. They may feel a little bit powerless at this time. I am hearing duality, however, okay? This could be a fire sign. That was the first card that popped out. So Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Aries, potentially. Maybe their birthday is coming up. We have the King of Wands. Okay, so this is somebody who's really confident, y'all, but they don't feel as confident as they normally do because of how things are transpiring with you. That's a bar. This could be a rapper. Maybe they are an aspiring rapper. You're like, please. Choose something else. You know what I'm saying? Choose something else. King of Wands is very much so that alpha energy, okay? Whether it's an alpha female or an alpha male, this is somebody who definitely views themselves as a boss, top tier, very intense, very fiery. But that flame it normally attracts what they want. It normally attracts who they want. They don't really have to do too much planning. They don't have to really do too much at all to get who they desire, to get what they desire. I do get that this person has attracted a lot of their opportunities, right? They're not really calling it manifesting, but that's what it is. Okay? They've been able to manifest a very beautiful life for themselves. They still have some major lessons that they're learning, and I feel like you might be one of those lessons if I'm not mistaken, guys, okay? This 5 of Swords is really screaming at me. And I feel like this person thought that the two of you were on the same accord, right? With the wands both showing up, they felt like you were feeling them. They may have really read way too deep into how you felt about them. I do get that you were interested in this person. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? This wouldn't even be a thing. I feel like you were just trying to learn them. You were trying to, kind of feel them out. I'm hearing give them enough rope to hang themselves or not. You know what I'm saying? We could build a fort with it or some shit. Right, we can do something else with the rope. But if you want to hang yourself, motherfucker, then I'm going to sit back and watch. Okay, I'm going to enjoy the show. There's a bit of aggression that you bring out of this person. So it goes from the wands to the swords showing up. Okay, they want me to pull the rest of the cards. The swords, of course, are you. Swords are the air qualities, right? The air energy. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This person likes somebody who is a little bit more on the fiery side because then they have more leeway. An air sign is too quickly to get away. You may have really triggered this person by doing your own thing. I mean, like not really leaning into some of their advances, not getting as attached as they are used to people getting attached. For some of you, not getting attached at all. They may have really started like some fights with you, like some arguments, or tried to humble you because of your confidence. Yeah, yep. So I feel like they like to keep people on the fence with this 2 of Wands. They themselves are very confident, but they don't really like to deal with somebody who is too confident, if that makes sense. So we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups in this positioning is like, I fill my own cup, right? My emotional fulfillment comes from within, not outside of myself. That doesn't really place them in the position to manipulate you. It doesn't really place them in the position to have you, to own you, to control you. Yeah, control and dominance is the Five of Swords. So you're outsmarting this person. They feel like you were more calculated than they were because the fire was there and then it turned cold with the swords. So they may have shown their hand too soon is what they're thinking. Okay, but they're thinking you're more calculated than they are because they felt like they pegged you differently, right? This is somebody who feels like you started acting as if they were your wish fulfillment, right? Like you really were into them. And I do think that you were, but that doesn't mean at any cost, right? You're no longer subscribing to unconditional love, baby. Fuck that. My love comes with conditions, bitch. Yes, it does. You have to work for me, right? You have to earn this. You got to earn this. That's what I just heard. There's also something about this person wanting to rush. So for some of you, they may have come in very intense, very fiery, right? Like, oh, I like you so much. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. You are the baddest. You are the finest, right? You the finest. I love your little fade or whatever you got going on. I like your little locks or whatever you got going on, right? You so fine. None of these dudes don't got nothing on you. Okay? You are the cat's meow. Laying it on extra thick, extra heavy. Now, I don't see it going as far as love bombing just yet, but I mean, it's teetering the fence. You didn't fall for it, though. You know what I mean? I feel like this is why they think you're calculated. I'm not laughing, y'all. It's just a little bit funny sometimes. It's funny sometimes how people can misread the energy. It's like, yes, you were feeling them. Okay, of course, you're going to give me all the compliments, right? You're going to, put in extra time, overtime, double time. You want to take me out. You're being consistent. I'm getting all the good morning, handsome, the good morning, beautiful, good morning, quine, good morning, kind texts, right? All the phone calls, all the consistency. But what they forgot, one little small detail. Steady, okay? Gotta hold that thing steady now. Steady. Slow and steady wins the race. They come in fiery. They come in hot. They don't really delve into the Two of Wands energy where you're kind of getting to know each other. You're kind of planning out if you work. Figuring out if it does work. They view that as you being cocky, you guys, right? It's like, I'm giving you the Nine of Cups, right? Like, I'm showing up with all the compliments. I'm taking you out. I'm giving you all my attention. I would even stretch to say that this person had other people that they put to the back burner. You became their like number one, right? Their number one focus, their number one priority. They're definitely kicking themselves for doing that. That's not your fault. That's not your fault. You didn't ask them to fucking do that. It was in the attempt to rush things, right? To get things going, to get this thing, locked in. Look at that. Locked in. Clank, clank. They're not calling it outsmarting them, but I will. I feel like you fed into it, right? Of course you enjoyed the dates, right? You want to take me on a little date? That's cute. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna turn out no meal, babe. But yeah, let's go out. Let's hang out. Let's chop it up. Let's have fun. You were enjoying the time, of course. But ain't nobody bumping their motherfucking head and just falling into motherfucking love. Like, that's not how this works, ma'am, sir, process. I don't know what world you're coming from. Okay? They definitely expect their desires, their wishes to be fulfilled automatically, like immediately, because of how things normally manifest in their life, but that's not you. They're also potentially not used to people being content with being alone. Now, this is the Nine of Cups, but I'm also hearing like the Nine of Pentacles. You're very patient. You've been through quite a bit of heartbreak, so you're not rushing into another relationship. No. We could take this thing slow motion, okay? I'm hearing juvenile. Y'all know I'm a little clatchy. Okay, classy, ratchet. I might throw some big words out there, but you know what I'm saying? You're gonna listen to a little trap music. Trap music. Okay, I heard, you know, slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Move it. Now listen. Now listen to me. This is only for a small portion of you. Perhaps this was like a little bit of a situationship. Okay? Things could have got a little bit physical. They for sure thought that that was going to seal the deal. And it did. For themselves. For themselves. So this person has been contemplating a lot, thinking a lot about you. Whether the two of you are still speaking or not, I feel like you got cold on them. That's how they're feeling, right? Like you placed them on the back burner. You may have benched them. I'm sorry. Woo! So you got to start line up. I heard you benched them. They feel like they've been benched. Needs improvement. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Now listen, if you're new to this channel, y'all, okay, it's a nervous laugh. It's like a little nervous tick that I got. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes y'all just be funny as fuck. Okay, you know why? Because I'm an Aquarius too. Like, so I get it. I get how quick that shit can change. It could be fiery 1 minute and then it could be real cold on that ass the next second, bitch. It just depends on how you want it to go. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have some fire within your chart and they misread that, but that's not for all of you. For some of you literally were just enjoying yourself, okay? This is what you want to give. This is how you're coming forward. I'm not going to say no. We can definitely see where this is going, but like I said, nobody is just diving off the motherfucking headboard into the deep end, bitch. That's not how this works. So you grade them. That's why you've given them a grade. That's why I started laughing. Okay, it sounds like, you know, grade school. Before you start getting F's, you know, the teacher won't. They ain't gonna really, you know, take it all the way down. They ain't gonna take it to hell like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll be a little bit nice. You definitely are failing. However, what they're gonna say is it needs improvement. So this person feels like you're sunning them. I'm sorry. Because you're not outright like being a bitch. You're not being an asshole. You're not, you know, like you're not giving them any energy, right? No aggression. No, you possibly are not even arguing with them. You're giving them nothing really. You're giving them like notes. This is what needs improvement. This is what you need to do. This is what it would take. This is what has to happen. This is what, and that doesn't happen to them. King of Wands, Nine of Cups, like they get what they want. How they want it, when they want it, right? So there is something about you slowing this down that has really triggered this person. And I feel like they said something, they did something. Five of Swords to me looks like somebody who is combative, someone who is aggressive for no reason, lots of tension. They may, you know, start pulling out some of that passive aggressive energy. So whether that is, you know, like talking shit about like something that you are achieving or trying to achieve, right? Underhanded or backhanded compliments, things to humble you, because this kind of behavior, in their opinion, to me, a King of Wands, gender doesn't matter. This is just they're propping themselves up there, you guys, okay? This doesn't happen to me, and you are you smelling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Coming to me, telling me what you think I need to improve, slowing shit down. Now, depending on how long you've been dealing with this tantrum, okay? Depending on how long you've been dealing with this, right? This act or this attempt to encompass control and dominance over this connection. They feel like you're out of control, pretty much. Okay. They could have potentially been, you know, waiting to see if their efforts worked. Waiting to see if you're missing them, you know? This could also be somebody who's trying to guilt trip based on some of the things that they feel like they've done from the beginning. It's like, damn, I'm always the one who's initiated dates. What about me? You know, what about filling my cup? What about you texting me first? What about you, you know, what? And you're like, okay, I mean, I can do that, but let me show you where you need improvement. Dare I say this King of Wands energy might be a bit of a front? I'm not saying they're not confident, but I am saying that there are some areas in which they don't feel as confident, okay? There's something about your self-control and your ability to keep things in balance, because you do appear to be like you're cool on them, is what I'm hearing. Or at least that's how they're viewing it, you guys, right? You could absolutely not have any of these feelings. This is what is going through this person's head, right? Like, this is how they are unpacking everything. And they could be unpacking things from the incorrect perspective, right? From a murky or blurry lens, right? Just based on their own shackles, like their own thoughts that they are shackled to, okay? So they feel like you played in their face. Because now you're slowing things down. Okay? You are in alignment with who you are. Very confident, okay? If you don't feel that way, I get that that is how your energy is coming off based on what you did not perceive to be impressive, right? Based on what you did not perceive to be something that you needed to give totally into. As well as the timing on this, right? I feel like slowing this down is giving this person a lot to think about. It is placing them in a position to second guess and question, you know, what they feel like they bring to the table. The things that normally leave their lovers content are just meh to you. That's what they said, not me. Now, this is somebody who feels like you didn't get the right idea of them in their mind, right? Like they feel like, damn, maybe I should have just kind of chilled. I possibly should have just went and count to 10. You know what I'm saying? To myself, instead of saying that, instead of acting out that way, instead of doing that. Yeah, so you view this person as toxic. Now, this did come out crossing. I'm not saying that they are toxic, and I'm not saying that they're not toxic. What I am saying is that they did embody some very toxic behaviors that have led you to make a certain decision, whether that be to, like I said, bench them, place them on ice, right? Recoil. It is definitely weighing them down. This idea, right, that they're losing their mojo, or that they've lost it. They've lost their vigor. They've lost their fire. They've lost their ability to, you know, call in what they feel they deserve, or what they've always been able to call in, which is whatever the fuck they want. Wow. So I just shuffled this deck, right? So this is definitely a thing, okay? We have shackles here once again. So I do feel like this person's mental space is running amok. Okay, they've been trying to unplug themselves. They've been trying to tune out of this. They've been trying to kind of think about something else, you know, like just move on. Maybe they have tried to move on, right? Elsewhere. They could have potentially tried to go back to an ex. That's what the Six of Cups can give as well. It's not really allowing them to unplug from this, however, okay? So they feel very much so connected to you. They feel like they have encountered a divine connection. They feel like they have encountered something that is deeper than just, you know, a one-night stand, deeper than friends with benefits, deeper than just thinking about their own fulfillment. So you're really giving this person a lot to think about by way of your self-control, okay? putting them on ice, putting them on hold, slowing them down, cutting them off, all of the above, right? It just depends on which route you took. It's definitely gotten their attention. Okay. I feel like they're not being very kind to themselves right now because they misread how this would go, right? They kind of leaned a little bit too much into their own ego, into their own confidence, into their own alpha energy, taking control. They went a little bit too fast. This person needs to learn how to slow the fuck down. So you went too fast and now you've gotten yourself in a whole heap of shit that I don't really know if you're going to be able to get yourself out of, okay? Now, I feel like this person is still showing up because of this, right? Like, okay, so you've gone radio silent. Silence and non-action. Even if you have given this person some little breadcrumbs, you know, a little hey, a little I'm good, a little okay, a little thumbs up, something, is definitely lacking the passion and the fire that they would have felt in the beginning. They viewed you as someone who was bold, someone who was ready for love, ready for commitment. They may have even asked those questions, right? They kind of interrogated who they were dealing with. And they are viewing you as the one who flipped the script, right? You didn't embody in their mind, right? So I feel like this person was wearing rose-colored glasses, rose-colored lenses, right? Based on who they've attracted prior to you. They didn't really view you as the divine feminine or the divine masculine. I have to just say that, guys, right? Does that mean that it's not a thing? Of course it doesn't, because the card actually showed up, right? They weren't tuned into the right station. They misread this completely. They just misread it completely. Potentially this person thought that the two of you would just have a good time, right? And that's it. But I feel like as time had gone on, even if you weren't sexually intimate or, you know, engaging with this person, just being around each other, right, was very fiery, lots of passion. There was fun here, you guys, okay? There was fun. But you still kept them at arm's length. You didn't get too deep because you were waiting to see. You know what I mean? You learned your lessons from the past. That only time will be able to show you if somebody is wearing a mask, if somebody is lying, where their unhealthy characteristics might lie, right? Having to protect yourself, right? So you've healed from things like that from the past, and your intuition is A1. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have fun or give people the opportunity to show themselves. No, right? You're not like a man or a woman scorned. That's the type of person who would just be like, fuck love, you know, I'm over it, I'm not dating anybody, I'm just gonna be alone, even though I want companionship. You've healed, so you're not on that type of time. But what you're not gonna do is just allow yourself to bump your motherfucking head and think that you're falling in love just because you fell upon some good pom pom, just because you fell upon some good D. Like we ain't doing that now. We're not stupid. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get to know each other, right? We're going to spend adequate amount of time with each other. Time will be able to tell who I'm actually dealing with, right? That rope imagery is showing up again. You can pull the rope if you motherfucking want to, and then you about to tie me the fuck up. What you're really gonna do is get yourself tied up, okay? And for some of you, for some of you, right? There may have been a little bit of silence in reference to your divine energy, right? So you weren't really giving it all away. You were giving yourself to this person in pieces, rightfully so, right? So you didn't fill their cup up automatically. You kind of let things play out. So there's no way that they would have been able to see the spiritual qualities that you possess, or the spiritual energy that they now feel anchored to, the purity of who you are. In fact, they may not have even noticed your divine qualities, right? I feel like you are either pre-emperor status, or you've already made it to that level, right? Just based on your healing, right? The things you've overcome and the ways that you have shifted in how you show up. I feel like they didn't have this epiphany, right? Until they started acting a motherfucking fool with this 5 of Swords and the Poison card. And you did not match that. Because why? Right? Like, why am I going to waste my energy arguing with you, sir, ma'am, bruh, sis? Like, it's just, no. You know, they almost feel like you pity them. Like, wow, you're really crashing out right now. What is this? Okay, so you didn't really go off on them the way that you could have. I feel as though you kind of handled them delicately, gently, because, you know, the attachment that they thought that you did have wasn't actually a thing. I also feel like that was the epiphany for them, to recognize that they misread your emotional attachment for them, right? So they may have viewed it as cold initially, but that was just you protecting yourself, right? Protecting your own best interest, looking out for yourself until you're able to fully see who you're dealing with. And that is something that you've learned from the past. So let's all give each other a hand clap, right? For not repeating the same lessons over and over. They are using the L word at this time, you guys, okay? I don't know if it is more surface level than as deep as they think that they feel it. Okay? It could just be very sexually driven, physically driven. It could be infatuation. That's what this love affair card gives me. You didn't pounce on them. So this person may have said some very nasty things to you, or they tried to get under your skin. It did not work, which is how your divine energy was illuminated to them. You see what I'm saying? If they started blowing up your phone, if they started calling you names, if they started, you know, like I said, saying things to humble you, because for some of you, it could have just been real backhanded, you know, coming through the back door with the bullshit instead of right in your face, but you were able to see right through them. But you yet and still did not, you still were very kind to them. You see? For them, it's like, damn, if she was really fucking with me like that, if he was really into me like that, then that should have gotten their blood boiling. That should have had them cursing me out. You know what I'm saying? I hung up. That should have had them calling me right back. You know what I'm saying? I haven't called them in days. That should have had them texting me, seeing what's up. Like, Five of Swords, you know what I mean? They were bringing that to your door. And suspecting, or expecting is what I should say. Expecting to see behavior that resembles somebody who is shackled to this. Feels powerless, right? You didn't do that. But what you did do is call them on their bullshit. You called them on their shit, guys. You did. You did. I feel like this bothers this person even more so because they feel like you wore a mask, right? Having the fun with them, allowing them to conduct themselves in certain ways or get away with saying certain things made them believe that they were on track to achieving their goal. And they're feeling as though you pulled the wool over their eyes, or the rug from up under their ass. Okay. Ghosted. Left confused and wondering. This is what they like, right? Or this is what they attempted. Now, I must say that the stakes were very high with you, because even though they weren't actually able to pinpoint that divine energy that was showing up. It says divine feminine, but gender doesn't matter, y'all, okay? Divine feminine, divine masculine, however you identify, okay? It's all energy. They couldn't quite pinpoint it, but they just knew that they felt like something more, right? Like the stakes felt higher energetically. I have to have her, you know, I have to have him. I got to lock them down. You know, I need to get them in my harem. I have to have this one under my belt. I would be the real MVP if I could pull this one off. And they were very confident that they were achieving that. Now, I don't get that all of you dealt with a ghoster, but it's here, right? So you can determine if that portion is yours or not. What I feel most what I feel most potently is the idea of, you know, coming on very strong, giving the illusion that this is moving into something more, you know, lovers, you know, lovers, friends, homie, lover, friend vibes, right? Very fiery, very passionate. And then all of a sudden there is an absence of that energy, or there's no closure of some sense, right? The closure is what you're supposed to run after, or the ability to get that fire back is what should evoke a chase. It should evoke, at least at the very bare minimum, if you're not going to chase, a line of questioning. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? A text or two to just signify that you realize that I'm not there, bitch. Like, hello. I feel like you just kind of, you know, went about your merry way. Is what it is. So they're trolls, right? So this is the energy, okay? For lack of a better word, this is what I was trying to say the whole time, right? I feel like you weren't giving this person enough soon enough, right? So for those of you who were not sexually active with this person, that could have been the route that they wanted to go in order to accomplish the 8 of Swords, you know, energy on you. For others of you, I feel like just your disposition overall, right? It's like, I'm here to have fun, but I'm not pressed. Okay, bitch. Ain't no paninis over here, ho. Okay, I'm good. Like, it is what it is. It could go either way. We'll see how this goes. I mean, it was cool. That was nice. You know, this is fun. Yeah, sure. Right. Like, very unimpressed energy, number one, but also energy that suggests you have other options, or you could have other options, or you're your only option, right? Like, I fulfill myself type of shit. Like I said, it's this level of confidence. It's this aura that you were giving off to this person to suggest that no matter what they do, if they don't come correct, you're out the motherfucking door. There's nothing that can get you stuck. They felt it to be cocky, arrogant, right? Everybody loves me is the King of Wands type of energy, right? Like, I'm a fucking boss. The things that I do impress people. The way that I show up normally gets people, you know, riled up. It gets the people going. And then you were just okay with it. You know what I mean? You were there to enjoy it, yes. But you were also giving off the energy. Okay, this is what they are thinking, you guys, not me. Giving off the energy that suggests, I mean, yeah, I mean, this could be special, but I'm special, right? Like, I'm special to me. Okay, I'm gonna take care of me first. I'm gonna protect me first. I don't even fucking know you, so ain't no protecting this union, bitch. This ain't no union. We're friends. We're figuring it out. You know. Are you seeing other people? Well, I think that question should be posed to your girlfriend. If you have one, I think that question should be posed to your boyfriend, because that's not me. Okay, we're not together. You don't get to interrogate me, ask me questions. Fuck. And they view that as, wow, I don't have them as, you know, connected to me as I think. You think too much of yourself. Even though they think the highest of themselves, they were fully focused on your confidence, right? The way that you were moving, which is what made them want to troll you, okay? Disrupt your peace, disrupt this confidence that you have in yourself, disrupt this energy that is telling you to pull back, to hold back, to make them work, to make them do more. Yeah, there's definitely something here about they feel like they did the most, and you were like, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more to get me the way you're trying to get me, bitch. I don't understand. What don't we understand about that? What don't we understand about that? Yeah. So it led them to wanting to get a reaction out of you. Now, for toxic to be crossing, here's what I will say, right? The toxic behavior showed up. Do I deem this person to be a toxic individual overall? I don't see that necessarily, even though that could be the case for some of you, right? I feel like it is a reaction to your confidence. It is a triggered reaction. They wanted to troll you. They felt like, damn, you think that you the business. You think that you're the it girl. You think that you're the it guy. You think that you are top tier. You think you're better than me. Like, you... I get what I want, 9 of Cups. Hello? So, as to not lean into this 8 of Swords energy that they have, no doubt, evoked on themselves, whilst in the midst of trying to you know, place that energy on you. they've been trying to, or attempting to, avoid this feeling of powerlessness. Okay? And in doing so, they trolled you. Okay, or they at least tried, because I feel like they tried to intentionally upset you. They tried to get a reaction out of you. They tried to get a rise out of you, disrupt your peace, you know, get you into the petty land with them, and you gave them none of that. Very cool, very calm, very collected, kind of even keeled, even leveled, right? I mean, I don't even feel all of that for you to be even coming towards you like that. Here's what I can give you, okay? These are the things that you need to improve, like a teacher, you know? Shit, that is boiling there. Listen, that got their blood boiling. Now, this is a very specific message for some of, well, this part. For some of you, you're not on social media. They also don't like that, right? Like, so they're viewing that as, oh, you too good to be on, you know, the internet with the rest of us. You're not plugged in. It's really because they can't spy what you're doing, or they can't get into your head. They kind of wish that, you know, you did have a social media so they could see if they did upset you, even though you didn't say it to them. Will they see that you kind of put some memes up there or something? Okay, talking about ain't shit dudes, talking about ain't shit women, and all of this other stuff. That they evoke anything? Is there anything there? Or no? So they are in denial about where this is going. Okay, all cards to me lead to you not trusting this person, right? They have shown their hand. Here's what I will say. Energetically, I feel like they want to do things a little bit different, right? Yeah, so they wish that they could stalk you. That's crazy. They wish that they could lurk on your social media, but you don't have one. And if you do have one, then you haven't posted in like years, right? Like you haven't posted anything to lead them to some of the answers that they would like, right? They want to know if maybe they're just in denial, right? Like they want to know if what they really got from you was just a mask. Was it just you putting on? Do you actually, you know, wish that they would have done it differently? Do you care? Are you upset? Did they upset you? I choose you. They got a lot of motherfucking nerve, this one, y'all. I'm just gonna say it. I'm trying to keep my cool. Like, y'all kept y'all cool. I'm trying to keep my cool. I am. I just have to say this, though, okay? And I'm gonna try to say it as nicely as possible. I feel like they definitely are laser focused on you after attempting to go elsewhere. I feel like they went back. They went to like a baby mama, a baby father. They went to an ex. They went to somebody who they were dealing with before you to try and regulate their own energy for the lack of closure. Closure for them, right? Even if you didn't want to fuck with them no more, their closure in their mind would have been you going the fuck off on them, because at least they know that they, you know, you have some emotions, you have some feelings for them. There's some feelings there. If you're being petty, if you're cursing me out, saying some ill shit towards me, then at least I know you care, bitch. At least I know I was able to get that rise out of you, but you gave them none of that, you see. So I feel like they tried to regulate their own emotions, like escape this powerlessness that they were feeling mentally and internally by going back. And I feel like it has not made them feel better, okay? It's only weighed them down even more. And in fact, like I said, I feel like that was the epiphany of the level of person that they were dealing with. What they actually had in their hand. That's pissing them off even more. Not they thought you was the good time girl. The good time guy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to not take seriously. Somebody to just, you know, pass time by. Like, you know, kind of have fun with. Good time, not a long time girl. Good time, not a long time guy. Not one to be taken serious. One to be treated just like everybody else. But we can pretend this person lives in the land of make-believe. We can pretend, right? Only to find out that they hit the motherfucking jackpot. You see what I'm saying? I am not tooting your horn, you guys. This is their words, not mine. This shit is heavy. It's heavy as fuck. They cannot believe this, right? They may be having dreams. They may be receiving downloads, something of the sort, right? Plugged in, tuned in, but on a different frequency. So like in the 5D, telepathically, something is coming through to them to let them see, let them know that, yeah, this wasn't the best planning. This wasn't the best move. This was not the best choice, decision, etc., etc. What is helpful about juggling a queen, a king, and peasantry? How can you go from royalty to peasantry? I'm just saying, I ain't calling these people, I'm not calling them peasants, y'all. This person is not me. It just tastes lukewarm. It wasn't as fiery as it was with you. It wasn't as pure. It wasn't as good. It wasn't as great. I feel like you did give this person something, but you didn't give them all of you. And I feel like that's where they fucked up, right? Thinking that that was your whole cup, thinking that that was your whole hand, thinking that that's who you were. And this is why their mask slipped, right? Yeah. So in all actuality, the work, the diligence, okay, the improvement, the steady, progress and steady input and investments that you were asking for were actually deserved if they would have actually knew who you were. This is their thoughts, not me, y'all. They feel bamboozled. They feel like you played them. What do you mean I hit the lottery and I threw that bitch in a lake? What you talking about? Huh? Where is my lottery ticket? Bitch, you put it through the paper shredder. Now what? Now what? Go back to work. Go back to work. You report to work now. This sad. This sad, y'all. This is sad. This is sad. It's a sad existence. I feel like this person is having trouble sleeping. Even if you don't believe, that is really what's happening, you guys, okay? And it only adds insult to injury that you were nice to them, right? It's like solidifying everything that they are receiving downloads about. It's solidifying their dreams. It's solidifying what Spirit is telling them. Yikes. They fumbled the soulmate. Okay, a divine spiritual connection. This is someone who potentially is ready to level up. They're ready to move up. They didn't know. This is what I'm hearing, right? So they definitely played this completely wrong based on who they thought you were and not who they found out who you actually are. Okay? Depending on how long you've known this person, for some of you, you may have leveled up a great deal after ending it with this energy. Don't force shit to fit. I'm just hearing that, right? So that could be leveling up spiritually. That could just be in your life in general. Things finally starting to take off, getting that dream job, moving into a house, like moving to another city, really feeling like things are on the up and up, right? One thing after another, after another, after another. Is the star card is like, just very bright. Did they know that you were going to be leveling the fuck up like this? No. Would they have done shit different if they did? No. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello. Careful. You weren't careful. You were way too bold. You moved too fast, too confident. Confidence is okay, but yours was more like arrogance, okay? I'm going to need you to admit that. Go ahead and cry a river and move the fuck on. Okay, let's hop over to the extended, okay? We will see if they actually do that, which I doubt. I doubt it. I'm not calling this person an opportunist, but I do see that. I feel like they see themselves a lot differently with you now, right? They're having just a whole different path of thought processes, guys, right? About what it looks like to be in relationship, the covering that they may have felt or had, right? The protection within a union, the healing within that divine union. They are being led through a renewal, I feel, right? But that doesn't mean that they are not extremely attached to seeing if they can get this back, fix it. If they can fix it. So let's see, have they changed? Okay, I do see a lot of changes here. Let's see what exactly those changes entail, however, right? Is this an awakening? Is this a transformation, right? Has shit actually changed within you? Because if it hasn't, then you would just be bringing the same bullshit back to my doorstep now, wouldn't you? Okay, so we need to know that. Let's also see what karma this person is going to experience, because I'm nosy. Yeah, I am. I want to know. Okay, let's see why they are hoping. Let's see where they are hoping for things to end up between the two of you and what those intentions are moving forward. Just double checking the changes that they've made. I'll see their next steps in the near future as well. Okay, whether you decide to go towards this or not, we will look at the best possible outcome of things, okay? And that is so that you can protect yourself and be ready for this resurgence, right? Be ready for this move towards you, what that exactly looks like. I also want to know what your lesson is in all of this, right? What was your lesson? Why? Why did this happen to you? Why did this have to happen? Why did this person show up? Why are they in your fucking life in this lifetime? What is it? Right? Is this a real soulmate? Is this an actual soulmate? Does this have the potential to actually be salvaged? Like, what is the reason? Okay, I feel like you handled yourself very eloquently, very gracefully, right? So this is why that star card showed up with you receiving beauty for your ashes and you receiving, you know, manifestations that you've been waiting for. As you've passed what appears to be a test, okay, to me, but we'll still look to see why, okay? And if you've learned that lesson, I also want to know how you can energetically approach the next cycle so that you're only attracting wins, right? Wins in love, wins in money, wins spiritually, just wins across the board. Okay. I want to know what your subconscious blockages are that may have you attracting same people, or that could have you attracting people like this, right? We just want higher vibrational frequencied people coming towards you moving forward. And I need to know if there are any blockages remaining on the subconscious that could affect that could put a block on that. Okay. We'll then tap into new love for those of you who are like, yeah, girl, stick a fork in this. Okay. We're done here. Let's see who the new person is, right? Or persons. Let's see what their personality is like. What is a signal or a sign from spirit to signify the person that you should invest in, right? The person that would be best for you. How will you know who they are? I also want to know how come they're single, right? What will they be looking for when the two of you encounter one another based on and versus what they will be looking for once they've met you, right? That'll let us know if they're actually ready for something serious or if they're just playing games. I want to know if there are any toxicities that we need to know about, if any. And let's see if they're financially stable. That's something different that I'm adding because I need to know, right? Like, let's make sure people are not showing up with their motherfucking hands at. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no opportunists. We don't want no people who are looking to come feed off your buffet, bitch. We need to know, are they good? Are they set, right? Not just financially, on all levels. Are they on the level of someone who can actually give, who has something to give rather than take? Okay, let's also see how they will treat you once they have you. Does it change? Right? Will they change? And then we'll also see when they're coming in. We'll look to see when this old person is coming in, and we'll look at the best possible outcome of the new thing versus the old thing, as well as some advice. Okay? So we have a lot to unpack over there. So without further ado, click the like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over there. I'll be running my mouth. Let's go.